We continue our holiday celebration here on the Counterattack. We'll get you full results from the USA women at the FINA Youth World Championship and check in with some great clubs from Rocktober and Champions Cup, all coming up next on the Counterattack. Sorry about that. Holiday music just always makes me a little nostalgic, thinking about those gifts you had to have. I have to wonder how many of you are asking for a Shieldy doll this time around. I can only imagine the lists are just packed with Shieldy doll requests. In any event, Counterattack this week. Thanks for joining us here as we approach Christmas Day and New Year's Day and all that other good stuff. We're going to get things started down in New Zealand, FINA Youth World Championship. The USA Youth Women still in action in Auckland, New Zealand. Last week we told you about how things started off. Let's tell you this week about how things finished for Team USA. After finishing 2-0-1 in group play, Team USA got past Germany with ease 21-0 in the qualification round. That set up this quarterfinal match against Russia, a very difficult opponent. It was a very close game. We pick it up here late in the third quarter, tied 7-7, not for long. Lexi Leibowitz puts this away to put Team USA ahead 8-7. Now we'll go fourth quarter. Russia has gone back in front, 9-8. Ryan Neuschel will tie the game here, 9-9, as we get towards the end of regulation. Last chance here in regulation for Team USA. 2 seconds left. This shot bangs off the post. No good. We will go to a shootout, all even at 9. In the first round of shootouts, those 5 shooters, both sides converted 4 goals apiece. So now we go into a golden goal situation where each side's got to make their shot to keep the game going. We're all tied at 15 here. USA up next to keep things moving. Jewel Romer has her shot blocked. That leaves Russia with the opportunity to win this one. They score it. They win it 16-15 in a shootout. Russia moving on. Team USA's hopes for a medal are dashed, but they still can play for 5th place after roaring past China 20-6 in the 5th through 8th place semifinal. It came down to another meeting with Greece. You know, last time they got together, they tied. This one will be close as well. We started off here. Paige Hauschild was on fire in this game. She'll hit the 5th of her 7 goals, making it 6-5 Team USA. Now we go a little bit later on, more Hauschild. She'll tie the game here, 7-7. It was a back-and-forth affair. Third quarter, Greece has gone ahead 9-8. Who else would Team USA turn to but Paige Hauschild? She buries it again. We're all even at 9, going to the 4th. In the 4th, the 2016 Olympian Aria Fisher takes over. She scored a ton of goals this week in New Zealand, was named the all-tournament team, buries a shot here to make it 10-9. Then moments later, they go back to Fisher. She'll make it 11-9. Greece would score one more, but they wouldn't come all the way back. Team USA hangs on to win it 11-10. They claim 5th at the FINA Youth Worlds. Afterwards, head coach Marcelo Leonardi on the week of water polo for Team USA.
Well, I'll tell you, we grew a lot. We ended up finishing 5th in the tournament with a small little hiccup in a penalty shootout, but the growth and our ability to overcome adversity to finish the tournament strong shows how talented and tight this group is. I'm very proud to be able to coach them and represent our country.
Now we look back at the Rocktober 12 and under PCA Classic and check in with the Scots Club, not from Scotland or Scottsdale, but from Florida. Here they are.
Like with any good coaching, you want your kids to have and to understand that, you know, there's more to winning and losing, and, you know, being a good sport and being a steward of the game, as it were, is critical. It's critical to development, not just for your team, but certainly for the individual, you know, and respecting each other, respecting, you know, the coaches, the officials, everybody, all the stakeholders involved, and that's critical life skills that you take on beyond your playing years.
It was really exciting because I've never got to travel anywhere to do a water polo meet or water polo meets, so I think it's really cool just to come all the way to Arizona. It's kind of weird not having any girls around, but also it kind of challenges me. They're a lot tougher and rougher than I expected. Well, I did expect it, but I just think it pushes me a lot, and I've become really good because of some of the guys on my team.
Coming into the tournament, you know, I've been coaching for a while and have been out at JOs quite a number of times. So, you know, I know what we're up against as far as the team goes. And, you know, when you look at your schedule and you're playing Foothill and you're playing, you know, Rose Bowl, you know, that can be sort of intimidating for people outside of California. But, you know, kind of relish the opportunity to get to play at that level. And, you know, we just played hard and we got a win. We were very, very happy about the win and very excited that, you know, we came out here and were able to compete.
I think that we did really good. It feels really good to win, and all the teammates did really good, so I think it was a really good win overall.
And now from one warm weather location to another, we go from Mesa, Arizona to Honolulu, Hawaii, and the Champions Cup that finished this past November, and check in with a club that competed called CC United, one of many teams that made the journey to paradise to try and come away with medals at the 14 and under event.
Champions Cup, it's a very cool atmosphere. I came to the tournament last year. It was in Texas. We got third, and now we're in the championship game, so it's gonna be a good game, and can't wait to play in it. CC United is in the East Bay by Walnut Creek, and Brody Jasper is our coach. He's a very good coach, and I feel like our team has a really good atmosphere of players, and we're just all around just want to play the game.
We just have a great group of kids that are well-rounded athletes who are just really passionate about the sport of water polo. We have great families that support us as well. So it's, you know, really great being able to go year-round and have them dedicated, coming to practice day in, day out, and giving it their all.
I think it's a really cool experience to be here in Hawaii and just to be with our team. I think it's a good team bonding exercise and help us be better as team players.
I think anytime you can go away to a travel tournament and, you know, you're staying at a hotel, you get to hang out and go to breakfast, lunch, dinner together. Really just the team, you know, team camaraderie and really playing for one another. And just especially in tight situations where you end up playing 6 games in 3 days, you get a little tired. So you have to kind of figure out how to pull it out and, you know, figure out different ways to do that.
I think if more people start to play, more people will know more about it, and then it's a fun sport. So if people would start to try and play it, I think they'd really enjoy it. So,
really think that NorCal Water Polo has, you know, some great teams, some great clubs, and some great players. And we always love coming down to these, you know, coming down to Hawaii, going down to SoCal, wherever the tournament's going to be in Dallas, and just coming and playing and showing that we're out there to compete.
And now we turn to referee news and a FINA referee school coming up this January. Details here. It'll be at the Hyatt Regency Hotel LAX from January 27th through January 29th. Discounted prices available for USA Water Polo members, and whether you're a veteran referee or just getting into wearing the whites, a great opportunity to improve your referee knowledge base, learn some things from some of the best officials in the world. Registration available now at usawaterpolo.org. Looking forward to seeing a packed referee school come this January. Now we turn to the holidays, and if you've watched USA Water Polo TV long enough, you know that every now and again we get some of our national team athletes to participate in some sort of holiday fun, whether it's singing Christmas carols, trying to wrap gifts, or do some other craziness, all in the name of the holiday spirit. Here's some of that good fun from the last couple of years.
What is my favorite holiday movie? Christmas Story.
This is nuts.
Are you kidding me? That your tongue is attached to the pole? I mean, that's a classic. That's a classic scene.
Santa Claus is coming to town, the old school claymation.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
I made a daisy gingerbread cookie because it's the only thing I could think of in 30 seconds.
On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 12 drummers drumming, 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a leaping.
What? Well, I know it's going to be 9, but I don't know what it is. 9 golden eggs. That's not it.
9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 pipers piping. I don't know. 6 geese a laying,
5 golden rings,
4 calling birds, 3 French hens,
2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
but like, that's a pretty good present.
Always fun to see all the holiday cheer. You still have to be impressed at how well Rachel Fattal knows the 12 days of Christmas and some of those photos from back in the day of holidays gone past. Great stuff there. Thanks to the athletes for chipping in and also contributing some pictures. Now we turn to the social media send-off, the way we end every episode of The Counterattack, and we appreciate your support. Use the hashtag Counterattack to get involved, and away we go. After 2 weeks of competition, the USA Youth Women's National Team getting to enjoy summertime in New Zealand, headed to the beach after they were done competing. This from the Jen Goodmanson Twitter account. Women's Olympic team head coach Adam Krikorian was on hand in Auckland to watch the competition, and despite not finishing where they wanted on top of the podium, still proud of what he saw with this USA Youth Women's National Team, as he tweeted from his Water Polo Coach K Twitter account. And speaking of folks that were in Rio, also heading to New Zealand, Sammy Hill, a 2016 Olympic gold medalist, joined by sister Cody Hill, a member of the women's national team. Well, they were there to cheer on younger sister Abby, as she was a part of the youth national team, all getting together for a photo after the competition. Last week, we told you about the Super Strong charity game, the second annual edition that was taking place in Florida. Well, the event went off without a hitch earlier this week. Some photos here from the Super Strong 13 Twitter account. Looks like another solid event in honor of Ian Supra. Olympic Development Program action continuing in Utah. This image shared by Olympian Natalie Benson. Tennessee water polo chimes in with a pretty familiar body of water from our nation's capital. How awesome would it be to see a couple of goals dropped in? Not sure it's going to be deep enough, maybe a little shallow action there, but would be quite a backdrop for a game of water polo. Staying on the East Coast, the Siena Saints women's water polo team out of the MAC Conference getting creative with team icons to release their 2017 schedule. Women's season will be here before you know it, starting up in January. And last but not least, you know by now, a new emoji is out for water polo, both a men's and women's water polo player. What's funny is how you see it. Depending on the operating system you have, Android, Apple, whatever it might be, some people are getting different looks at these emojis. Here's one tweet that looks more like what you'd expect a water polo emoji to look like. But then here's another, this was shared from Good Morning America, where now the water polo player has goggles and the water polo ball is blue, which is fine, not exactly the most traditional color of a water polo ball, but it's weird how, depending on the phone you're using, you might get a different look. In any event, we're just glad to have water polo emojis. There you have it, our social media send-off this week. Thanks so much for all of you who contributed. Use the hashtag Counterattack and tag us at USAWP so we can share the very best of what you're sharing next week on the show. Keep those holiday submissions coming as well. That's going to do it for this week's episode. Thank you for watching. And even in the holiday season, when you're on the counterattack, you still got to look weak side.